Tamlin is the beast in this book, and Feyre is taken to Tamlin after she kills a wolf, and he wants reparations from her. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jaleesa. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my December TBR. I have a very ambitious TBR for December, and that's because I'm only going to be showing you guys my December TBR. I have a separate TBR. It will be a holiday one. That, however, may or may not be a secret. I don't know quite yet. Before we get into the books I'm going to be reading, which are all right here, I just want to quickly say, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below now, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you guys are notified of when I upload my videos. I will also have my social medias linked below in the description box. So let's get into the books that I'm going to be reading this month. Just to kind of give you an idea of the books I'm going to be reading: a lot of fantasy, one romance, well, 2 romances, and then a dark academia book. So the first book on this list is a book that I have been trying to get off my TBR for like 3 months now. It's a book that I've heard mixed reviews about. I definitely want to read it now before January, because once the new year gets here, I don't plan on reading any dark themed books at all. That book is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I know, I'm always late to the train here. Everyone has already read Ninth House except for me, it seems, but better late than never, I feel like. And I do know that this book follows Alex. I know she goes to Yale, and she is kind of set out to infiltrate this secret society, or this cult that is using sinister magic to do all these different terrible things. That's about the gist of this book, and I'm excited. The next book that I have on my December TBR is a book that I don't know many people have read already. Maybe they have and I just don't freaking see it anywhere. This one is one of the most interesting concepts I've ever heard of before. Seasons of the Storm by El Casimano. This book follows Jack and Fleur, and Jack represents the season of spring and Fleur represents winter. And so basically Jack and Fleur fall in love with each other, but the problem is that there is a woman, I forgot her name, but she's kind of over all of the seasons, and the seasons pretty much start and end because they kill one another. So for example, when winter ends, spring will come. Well, when Fleur's season's over, Jack has to come and kill her so that spring can begin. And so they fall in love, and the whole point is, in order for them to be together, they have to kill this woman. And it's just a journey between the two of them trying to fight this woman so that they can be together and that the seasons don't have to keep killing one another. The next book on my TBR is a book that I was really anticipating being amazing. I really want to enjoy it because it is a King Arthur retelling. It is The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. This book follows Guinevere, which Guinevere isn't actually the true Guinevere. She is impersonating her. And so she goes to Camelot on behalf of Merlin to protect King Arthur. She's really there to protect King Arthur from this magic that is occurring. And the problem with that is that magic is banned in Camelot now. And it's just a retelling, and I'm excited to read it. I want it to be good. I've heard that it's kind of slow throughout the book, but some people love the writing. I guess it just depends on your preference. So we'll see how this book goes. The next book on my list is a romance, and this one I'm super excited for. From the Cold with Love by Mariana Zapata. This book is really long for a romance book. This book follows Jasmine Santos. She's a figure skater, and she is realizing that her time to compete is coming to an end, and she has to partner up with this guy, and they work together to compete in figure skating. It really is giving me the Cutting Edge feel, which if you don't know what that is, those are ice skating movies. In those movies, it's the same storyline every time. You have a guy and a girl who are partners, and they can't stand each other, but they're forced to work together to get a gold medal, and they end up falling in love. But when they fall in love, something horrible happens. One person doesn't come to the competition, and then they show up late, and then they win, and it's all great and dandy. And I'm a sucker for those movies. I watch them every winter, so of course I'm gonna watch them very soon. And I definitely am going to take my time with this book. It's not gonna be like a sit down and read in a couple of days. It's gonna be like probably a month-long read. The next one is a sequel to A Curse of Dark and Lonely, and if you don't know what that is, it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling by Bridget Kemmerer. The first book follows Ren and Harper. Harper is the girl who comes, or who is taken to Emberfall, which is a kingdom where Ren resides, and is forced to try to fall in love with him to break the curse of the beast, which is a curse that befell on Ren. Ren has a bodyguard, his name is Gray, and in my opinion, the true star of the book was Gray, not Ren. The sequel, Hearts, Fears, and Broken, follows Ren in his story, and his part in the Kingdom of Emberfall. So I'm excited to read this book. Once again, a book I feel like many people have already read. I have never read it before, and this is the first time for me. My friend Mel at Mel Reads is hosting a court along, which is a Court of Thorns and Roses read along for the month of December. It's the whole month of reading the first book in the ACOTAR series. I am reading Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas, and this is my second Sarah J Maas book, so I'm expecting this to be a phenomenal book. And this too is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It follows a girl Feyre and this guy Tamlin. Tamlin is the beast in this book, and Feyre is taken to Tamlin after she kills a wolf, and he wants reparations from her, and so he captures her, takes her to his kingdom, and it just follows Tamlin and Feyre. I don't really know what else goes on in this book yet. I was recommended this book personally by my friends, and my friends never let me down, and so I absolutely am excited for this read along. And if you don't already follow the Twitter page for this read along, I will link the Twitter page below as well. The last book on this TBR. The last book is the third installment to the Vampire Academy series, which many of you have read when you were like 12. So it is Shadow Kiss by Michelle Mead. I'm not gonna go into detail about what this book is about. I will say that it's just a continuation of Lissa and Christian and Rose and Dimitri, and following their journey as Strigoi are attacking the Mirai, which if you don't know already, Strigoi are evil vampires and Mirai are the non-evil vampires, and the Guardians are Rose and Dimitri and a bunch of other people in the book. But it is a continuation, and it follows them after an attack was made on some of the Mirai families. And so I'm already about 30 something pages in, 50 pages in, I'm sorry. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to finishing the series. I won't finish it before the end of the year. I thought I would, but I'm not. So I'll finish it sometime next year. But I'm on book number 3, which means there's only 3 books left in the series. So those are all the books I'm gonna be reading in December that are not my holiday books. I may come out with a holiday TBR video. I'm not sure yet. Either way, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see my updates on my holiday books. And don't forget to tune in for my holiday reading vlogs and some other really exciting content. So I will see you guys in my next video. And if you love this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up.